Hello everyone. So namhlanje siyaqhubeka ne-budgeting. We will be doing activity H1, page 96 on the step ahead document. Right? We are looking at the solutions. So the first question says, explain the difference between a projected income statement and the cash budget. All right. So bekumele ke la usho umehluko between a projected income statement and a cash budget. Now, iyini ke i-projected income statement? I-projected income statement isitshengisa in. It shows us the expected income and expenses. Right? So it isitshengisa ama-expenses esplene ukuthi soba nawo nama-income esplene ukuthi soba nawo. Because i-projected income statement ila suke sisaplena khona ukuthi ama-income ethu azoba ngaka, i-rent income yethu izoba ngaka, ama-sales ethu azoba ngaka. Then bese kuba ne-actual income statement la suke sekwenzeke khona. So i-projected income statement ila suke sisaplena khona. So isitshengisa ninke iyini i-projected income statement nokuthi futhi yini le okungayenza ihluke kwi-cash budget. It is that it shows the expected income and projected expenses, right? Then a cash budget yini? Khumbula ukuthi cash budget sathi it is a financial plan that shows what expected receipts and projected what payments. So ilowo mehluko between a projected income statement and a cash budget, right? Ukuthi i-cash budget, it shows what? The cash budget shows the expected receipts and projected payments. Whereas a projected income statement is tshengisa ini, it shows the expected income and projected expenses. So with income statement ayikho into enkulu ehlukile, because mubheka income statement, the definition of an income statement nje on its own, i-income statement khumbula ukuthi sithi it is a financial statement that shows what income and expenses. Now because we are planning now sesiyibiza ngani nge-projected income statement, because kusuke kungakenzeki kusuke saplan ukuthi ama-sales ethu azoba imali engaka, i-advertising expense ethu izoba imali engaka. So ingakho sithi now it shows, it is a statement that shows what? It shows the expected income and projected expenses, because lama expenses awakenzeki, suke sa-project ukuthi ama-expenses ethu azoba imali engaka. Suke si-expect ukuthi si-expecte i-rent income engaka, akakenzeki. Kungenzeka kwenzeke, kungenzeka kungenzeki. Then there is a part of the analysis la suke sesi-check-a khona ukuthi si-expect ukuthi so-receive imali engaka from i-rent, si-expect ukuthi i-rent income yethu, si-budgethe ukuthi i-rent income yethu kube imali engaka from our projected income statement. Then bese iyafika i-actual income statement ithi lutho-ke so receive imali engaka. Then lapho-ke kwi-analysis suke sesisho ukuthi what might be the cause yokuthi singa-receive le mali si-budget ukuthi soyi-receive, right? And also we will how to avoid that in future. Silokho nje ama-strategies esingawa-implementa as to how to avoid iy'nkinga lezi zokuthi kube nama-differences in future, right? It will not always be the case la bekubuza khona ukuthi labashithi khona explain the difference between a projected income statement and a cash budget. Kenzeka bathi define a cash budget. What is a cash budget? Lapho sekumele usho ukuthi i-cash budget, it is a financial plan that shows what the expected receipts and what and projected payments. Fanele uyazi-ke leyo nto leyo. Right, then moving on to 1.2. 1.2 uthi complete the following for September to November 2020. Some amounts have been entered for you. 1.2.1, a debtors collection schedule. So 1.2.1 uthi ke si prepare or si complete a debtors collection schedule. All right. Now, but is complete debtors collection schedule for September to November. Or September lo to November, uyini, uyama budgeted months or projected months. Ama-budgeted months or projected months uzokhumbula ukuthi kwi-debtors collection schedule ngathi siwabiza ngani ngama-months of collection, ama-months esi-expect ukuthi sizocollecta ngawo. Iyini i-debtors collection schedule? You remember ukuthi I said i-debtors collection schedule, it is a schedule esitshengisa ini the monies that are expected to be collected from debtors. Isitshengisa imali lezi esi-expect ukuthi sizokoleka noma sizo-receive from our debtors, right? Then we are given the information on page 97. There it says additional information. Information number 1, we are given the sales, including forecasted sales for the period of the 1st of July 2019 to the 30th of November 2020 as shown below. Then we are given the total sales, the cash sales, and also the credit sales, right? Basifake like with debtors collection schedule yethu ama-credit sales. Into ekumele uyazi ukuthi it will not always be the case whereby you will always be given imali yama-credit sales. Kenzeka ama-credit sales kumele uwa-calculate wena. Mhlawumbe you are given total sales, then you are calculate credit sales. Mhlawumbe you are given cash sales, fanele calculate credit sales. So ungayiprogram ingqondo yakho ubamba ukuthi ngaso sonke isikhathi we are given credit sales, cha, kenzeka kungabi njalo. But ke sobheka ukuthi mengekho njalo kusuke kumele sicalculate kanjani, right? Then on information number 2, it says credit sales are expected to be collected as follows, right? Kusho ukuthini ke lokho? Kusho ukuthi we expect ukuthi sicollecte ngaleya ndlela. Kusho, remember ukuthi debtors collection schedule ayisho asirecord imali esirecordile, we record imali as expect ukuthi so receive, as expect ukuthi so collect from our debtors, right? Kusho ukuthi we expect ukuthi so receive noma so collect 20% from our debtors nini in transaction month. Now bekukhulunywa ngo in transaction month kusuke kukhulunywa ngani? Kusuke kuthiwa ngale nyanga esidayise ngawo, in the month of transaction noma in the month of sale, kusuke kuyinyanga esisuke sidayise ngayo, right? Kusuke kuyinyanga la kwenzeke ngenyanga kwenzeke ngayo i-transaction. Then u-20% ke bese kuthiwani if those debtors laba abakhokhe in the month of transaction bayakhokha, then they will receive a 5% discount. Now accounting we assume ukuthi if umuntu enganikwanga i-discount uzokhokha 100%, right? Imali azoyikhokha isuke 100% nje wesikweletu sakhe, uzoyikhokha yonke 100%. Then if sesimnika i-discount ka 5%, kusho ukuthi we expect ukuthi banithiwa bengekho leya 5% discount, kusho ukuthi we expect ukuthi leya 20% babukhokhe wonke. Now for the fact that sesibanika a 5% discount, ngeba sakhokha 100% kaloya 20%, sebezokhokha 100% minus u5% we-discount okuzoba ubani, okuzoba u95%. Kusho ukuthi sebezokhokha u95%, right? Then sekuthiwani 70% in the month after the transaction. Kusho ukuthi in the month after the transaction, inyanga elandela i-transaction si expect ukuthi si collect u70%. Then bese kuthi 2 months after the transaction month, we will expect to receive or to collect 5%. Then bathini bathi 5% is irrecoverable and is written off 2 months after the transaction month, right? Into yokumele uyazi ke la kwi debtors collection schedule ukuthi ngala siba nama months of sales. Ama months of sales uzokhumbula ukuthi ngasho ukuthi ama actual months and also budgeted months, right? Kusho ukuthi sihlanganisa u-actual months nobani no budgeted months. Yiwo wonke lawo ma months la angena kuma months of sales, ama months esadayisa ngawo, right? Kuma months of sales no July, August, September, October, November. You remember ukuthi ngithe lawa from September to November yini ama budgeted months, right? Ngathi ama budgeted months or projected months phinde swabize ngani ngama months of collection. So ama months of collections avela phi ke? Avela ngala, then la phezulu it's months of collection. inyanga ke expecte ukuthi zo collector ngazo lezi esibudgetela zona esibudget ukukoleka ngazo, right? Then usuke ungalikwanga ke usuke ungasikwanga ispace kwi-answer sheet, usuke ungasikwanga ispace sokuthi ufake ama-percent lanka expect ukuthi sokoleka ngawo. Okwakho ukuthi udwebele ispace sakho usifake khona uzokhona ukufaka ama-percent so that you'll be able to perform ama-calculations, right? Sinama-percent amathathu ke u-20%, sibe no-70%, bese siba no-5%. Now you'll remember 20% ukuthi uhamba ne-5% discount. Njobe hamba no-5% discount sithe siyaminus ku-100%, then bese sithola ubani u-95, kusho ukuthi la u-20% lo ya uhamba no-95 la phezulu. Then lo 5% lo imuphi? U-5% lo esimrekhodile lapha ya akukona 5% ama-bad debts or lo ya 5% olapha enzansi othi i-recoverable, cha ilo lapha phezulu othi 5%. We expect to collect 5% 2 months after the transaction, right? Ilo 5% lo yonke. I-percent lama-bad debt asi-record kwi-debtors collection schedule. Hence, i-debtors collection schedule ngithe mina ngithe i-schedule la si-recorda khona imali expect uku-receive. Ama-bad debts abantu abasuke bengeke expect ukuthi bangeke baze basikhokhela ngithi. So abantu abasuke bengeke baze basikhokhele. Kusho ukuthi lo ya 5% lo gcina we expect ukuthi bangasikhokheli. So ngeke izingeneke leyo nto la kwi-debtors collection schedule. Kodwa kusho ukuthi we-budgeting ama-bad debts ne-percent lama-bad debts asisebenzisi kuyenzeka kuthiwa calculate the percentage of bad debts. So sazobheka-ke nalokho ukuthi si-calculate kanjani, right? Kuthiwe-ke ngalo 20% and nalo ya 95 kuthiwe 20% in the transaction month. So uma month of sale ku-July kusho ukuthi transaction yenzeke ngo-July, we expect ukuthi sikoleke nini, sikoleke ngawo July in the transaction month. Then iyiphi-ke inyanga elandela uJuly? It's August, September. So mukwazi ukuyibamba la ekuqaleni lezi ezinye sisuke selandelana nge-sequence yazo, right? Kuyenzeka ke ekuqaleni it's not always a case whereby kuzothiwa in the month of transaction. Kuyenzeka vetani iqala lapha bathi in the month after the transaction. Should be sengeseza ukuqala kuJuly la. Kade sekuzoqala bani? U-August. Sivedane kuyo lo line lo sithi August, September, October. But ke sazoyibheka ke. Right? In the month of transaction meku August la kusho ukuthi kuzoba August, September, October. Then go September in the month of transaction it's September, October, then November. It's October here, so the month of transaction it's October, November, then December. Here we've got November, so the transaction month it's November, December, then we've got January. It follows that sequence, right? Then more bigger la kuma months of collection. Says so perform my calculations and get months. More bigger la kuma months of collection is now in July. As now should say as August is now, Luther is now, September is now. We should calculation sizoqala nini? Sizoqala ngo-September. Sesiyaqala ke senze calculation. So it will be 83,300 times percent lo September lo angaphansi kwalo. How many percent? 5%. Now you're 5%. Then you'll get how much? You'll get 4,165. We are giving it in this case. Best connecting so calculate. In case whereby ungamnekwanga, that is how you calculate it. Right? Moving on to August. More bigger months of collection is now August as now. Then we've got September, October. Then you calculate for September, it will be 88,900 times percent asengaphansi kwalo lo September kubani oku 70%. Now do you see ukuthi lento le you cannot cram ukuthi uSeptember uhleze ngaphansi kwa 5%. Now useshiftile uSeptember August usengaphansi kwabani kwa 70%. So you calculate based kulento sokuyenzile ngala eside nema percentages, right? So it will be 88,900 times 70%. then you'll get how much? You'll get 62,230. Right, then you move on. We've got October. October months of collection, so it will be 88,900. Then times the percent October, of which is how many percent? Of which is 5%. Then you'll get how much? 4,445 rands. Then mubheka la ku-October sesigcibile, akasekho uNovember. Then kusho ukuthi ayikho imali engena nini? Ayikho imali engena ku-November. Then we carry on to September. September, okay? Sino 90 bani, sino 92,400. So it will be 92,400 times 20%. The percent was September, it's how much? It's 20%. Then we've got that 95. So it will be 92,400 times 20% times 95%, right? Then you'll get how much? You'll get 17,556. Then record that money under September, hence we've got September here. Then for October, it will be 92,400 times 70%. Then you'll get how much? You'll get 64,618. We also have November here, and November is also there under months of collection. So it will be 92,400 times the percentage of which November is under. Then it's 5%. Kusho ukuthi 92,400 times 5%. Uzobusuthola malini? Uzobusuthola 4,620. Right. Then you continue in this sequence. Let us look at October. In October, here we've got the first month is October. So ngaphambi kokuthi wenze any calculation, you have to move to months of collection. Mubheka isiqala ku-October le. Ngaphambi kokuthi wenze i-calculation, betana uze la kuma-months of collection, bese uyatracksha la ku-September, so that kuzocaca ukuthi ayikho inyanga ewu-September la kulama percentages. Kusho ukuthi ngeke size sirekhode lutho ngoSeptember, siqala ukurekhoda nini? Ngo-October, okuyilo October lo la. Niyabona yini? Then usuzokwenza i-calculation-ke, so thini? 93,200 kuyama-credit sales ango-October times i-percent lo October ngaphansi kwalo kuwubani? Okuwu-20% times ubani? U-95, because inalo ya 95 laphaya. Uzobusuthola baningi, uzobusuthola 18,088. 18,088, right? The reason why ngithi qala ngokutracksha la, it is because kenzeka bayicalculate ibe right le mali le 18,088, bese ayithatha umfundi avete nayirekhode ku-September, because uSeptember kamtrekshanga ukuthi no, le mali le ngeke izingene ku-September, izongena ku-October. Then kube sekuphambana-ke yonke-ke into-ke sekuba wrong, because le mali le ifanele uyirekhode nini? Uyirekhode ngo-October. Yes, the calculation is correct, but if uyirekhode under inyanga e-wrong, uyirekhode wena as if soyi-collector noma si-expect ukuyi-collector or ukuyi-receiver ngo-September, then leyo nto leyo isuke isi-wrong, right? Then mubheka la sino-November, so it will be 92,200 times i-percent lango-November ku-70%, then you'll get how much? 66,640. December asinawo kusho ukuthi do no calculation. Then mubheka-ke kuleyo kugcina esiqala ku-November, before we do calculation sesiyamsusa September, simsusa October, because azikho imali ezongena khona. Imali iqala ukungena nini? Ku-October, so we expect ukuthi si-collect nini? Ku-October. Then it will be 98,000, of which are the credit sales for November, then times i-percent uNovember angaphansi kwalo okuwubani? Okuwu-20% and 95%. So it will be 98,000 times 20% times 95%, of which will be 18,620. bese-ke uya-add-a-ke zonke-ke lezi mali-ke. For September, you'll say 165, sorry, plus 62,230 plus 17,556. Then you'll get how much? 83,951. For October, it will be 4,445 plus 64,680 plus 18,088. You'll get 87,213. Then for November, it will be 4,620 plus 66,640 plus 18,620. You'll get 89,880. So these monies are then transferred to the cash budget. These totals are then transferred to the cash budget. Kwi-cash budget siyifaka kuphi-ke lezi mali lezi? Siyifaka under the receipt section. Sibize ini? Cash from debtors, since kuyimali si-expect ukuthi so receive from our debtors. Right, so sesiqedile-ke nge-debtors collection schedule. Sekumele-ke manje simove on siyobheka ini? I-income statement, right? I-projected income statement, of which was number 1.2.2, a projected income statement. Now, mesiqhubeka siya kwi-projected income statement. We are given information laphaya on page 96. Leya information eti information Green 3 Stores income statement for the year ended 31st of August 2020. So leya income statement, we are given the income statement to wenza ini a projected income statement, right? Now mubheka ke leya income statement esiyinikiwe, it's for how many months? It's for 12 months, for the period of 12 months, right? Leyo period leyo iphela nini? Iphela on the 31st of August 2020, right? So njobe iphela ngo-August 2020 kusho ukuthi yayiqale nini? Nge-1 September 2019, right? Tina-ke we are budgeting for how many months? For 3 months. Iziphi lezo nyanga? It's September 2020 to November 2020. Kusho ukuthini? Our current accounting period, it's September, it's from September 2019 to August 2020, right? Then we are budgeting for the first 3 months of the next accounting period, right? Kusho ukuthi wonke lama figures alaphaya kuleya income statement yonyaka ya current accounting period le ephela ngo-August 2020. Kusho ukuthi awey'nyanga ezingaki? Awey'nyanga eziwu-12. Ibambeke ke leyo nto leyo. Awey'nyanga eziwu-12. Tina we are only budgeting for 3 months. Kusho ukuthi sifuna sobe sisebenzisa ama-figures, lawa ama-figures lankayana awey'nyanga eziwu-12. Tina sifuna, we are planning for how many months? For 3 months. Kusho ukuthi sobe sisebenzisa ifigure ngenyanga. Calculate ukuthi if mhlawumbe i-expense yethu iwu-240,000, kusho ukuthi ngenyanga kade sikhokha malini, then you divide that by 12, kusho ukuthi uzothola ubani? If ku-240,000, then uzothola ubani? U-20,000, kusho ukuthi ngenyanga kade sikhokha u-20,000. Then we are planning for 3 months, kusho ukuthi inyanga nenyanga u-20,000. If that expense is expected to do not change, that means kulezi inyanga eziwu-3 elandelayo, so libele sikhokha lowo 20,000. So ileyo nto ke eyenzekalayo la kwi-projected income statement. Into ekumele uyibambe nje ukuthi leya income statement, it's for 12 months. Tina we are planning for 3 months. Kusho ukuthi lawa ma-expenses and incomes awey'nyanga eziwu-12. Tina we are only planning for 3 months. It's the next 3 months, first 3 months of the next accounting period, right? Now what is it that we are given? We answer sheet. Let us look at the answer sheet. So we answer sheet, we are given ama sales, velega ama sales, we are also given lapaya we page 97 with additional information that the total sales for September amounts to 132,000 akhona ke nalaphaya. Then for October 2020 it's 136,000. For November it's 140,000 that we are given. Now, we projected income statement is structure income statement as right? From sales, so senzenjani ke income statement, we minus any ama cost of sales, right? We say less cost of sales, kube sekuphuma ini, kube sekuphuma gross profit, nanti ake lapha gross profit, right? Now, from there, if city gross profit, sesna gross profit, then we add ubani or other income or other operating income, but I prefer other income. So it will be plus other income, go other income commission income. Loya commission income bamthole kanjani ke loya 1,400. Sazoyibheka ke leyo kwamanje ake sibheke i-structure. Then from there we say gross profit plus other income kuzobe sekuphuma ini gross operating income. I like gross income. Depending which one it's gross income or gross operating income. Right? Then from there, you minus ubani operating expenses. Operating expenses, operating expenses, kuzobe sekuphuma bani net profit or operating profit, I mean. If uti gross operating income less operating expenses, kuzophuma ini operating profit. Then from operating profit, you add what? You add interest income, kuzobe sekuphuma net profit before interest expense. Then you less interest expense, kuzobe sekuphuma net profit before tax. Then you less income tax, kuzobe sekuthole net profit. Kuzobe sekuthole net profit for the year. Right? Here we are given net profit for the month. Now, why is it net profit for the month? It's because it's not for the whole accounting period. And also more bigger sinigwe operating profit babesebeti minus interest expense or interest on loan. Interest income bangasnika, I think it's because asinayo lapha, and also income tax asinegwanga in this case, right? Kodwa akusho ukuthi musuwenza income statement, the income tax ayingeni, no interest income akangeni, cha akukho njalo. Right? Then the information number 3 usuthini uthi the current percentage on markup on cost will be maintained throughout the budgeted period. Kusho ukuthini ke lapho? Kusho ukuthi kulezi inyanga lezi sosebenzisa le markup percentage ebesiyisebenzisa. We are planning ukuthi sisebenzise le markup percentage esiyisebenzisayo on our current accounting period. Kusho ukuthi kulezi inyanga ezo3 esiyiplanelayo okuSeptember, October, November. Tina, we are planning ukuthi sisebenzise leli percentage ebesilisebenzisa kule accounting period ephele ngoye-31st of August 2020. Iyiphi ke leyo markup percentage? Uma ubheka lapha kwi-information asiyinikwanga, but we can calculate markup percentage. Kusho ukuthi apply knowledge ya grade 9 and grade 10 knowledge. Kanjani? Lapaya we've got a gross profit, we've got ama sales and cost of sales, na yonke le yanto le nama income and expenses. How do we calculate the markup percentage? Senzenjani sithi gross profit divided by cost of sales times 100, then we'll get the markup percentage, right? Kusho ukuthi sithi 60,000 divided by 1 million times 100, then we'll get the markup percentage of how much? Of 60%. Right? Then ubususebenzisa yona ke leyo markup percentage ukuze uthole ini, ukuze uthole ama cost of sales. kusho ukuthi for September sekumele calculate ama cost of sales ango September. So I calculate kanjani ke ama cost of sales? We use grade 9 knowledge, right? Or grade 10 knowledge. Kanjani ke? Grade 9 nafundiswa ukuthi how to calculate the selling price or the cost price given the markup percentage and given the markup percentage, right? So calculate the cost price given the markup percentage, it's selling price times 100 divided by 100 plus the markup percentage again. So in this case for September, so when the total cost of sales or cost price for September kuzoba 132,000 times 100 divided by 160 le markup percentage esicalculated, right? Then uzobusuthola malini, uzobusuthola 82,500. Loya 82,500 simfaka kuma brackets angiphinde. Loya 82,000 sinezondo so simfaka kuma brackets. Ama brackets singawakhohlwa. The reason why ama brackets singawakhohlwa fanele kucace ukuthi ama cost of sales siyawa minus ukuze sithole gross profit. Then i gross profit esi expected ngo September ke kuzoba sekuba malini. Then you'll say 132,000 less 82,500, then you'll get the gross profit that is expected for September, 49,500. Right, moving on to October, when the same thing, it will be the selling price of 136,000 times 100 over 160, 100 plus the markup percentage, right? Then you'll get the cost price gamalini ka 85,000. Kanjalo nango November, 140,000 times 100 over 160, then you'll get the cost price of a cost of sales of 87,500. Then you calculate the gross profit for October and November. For October, it will be 136,000 less 85,000. Then for November, it will be 140,000 less 87,500. Uzobusuthola malini 51,000 for October. Then for November, it will be 52,500, right? I hope understand, right? Then moving on to information number 4. Information number 4, an increase in salaries become effective on the 1st of September each year. Ngo September we expect ukuthi njalo ngonyaka si increase ama salaries ngobani, so increase ngo 8%. Bayasho ke lapha an increase of 8% has been budgeted for the 1st of September 2020. Kusho ukuthi njalo ke ngonyaka si increase ini ama salaries ethu kusukela also increase nini on the 1st of September. The accounting period vele iqala ngo 1st of September. Kusho ukuthi meqale accounting period siya increase ini ama salaries ethu increase ngobani or 8%. Now mususu phindela on page 96 we are given ama salaries ukuthi awu malini awu 240,000. Lo 240,000 owani owenyanga ezo12. So asithole ukuthi inyanga eyodwa before sizes increases, before sizes city. Now kumbula ukuthi information lapha number 4 uthe izo increase nini, lo 240,000 uzo increase nini, uzo increase on the 1st of September. So unga calculate ke before increase ukuthi ukube bengashiwo ukuthi bizo increase ngo September kade sizo record malini as salaries. So it will be 240,000 divided by 12, then 20,000. Kusho ukuthi before si increases ngalo ya 8%, malini so for salaries, it's for salaries, it's 20,000, right? So now says ya increases, I guess increases how many percent? Go 20,000. Go 8%. Sorry. So isizoba kanjani ke lento? Before it increase, got to go 100%. So messages increases 8% to be 108, right? So September, from September, we should see increase ngobani, isi increase ngo 8%. We should for lezi nyanga elandela September. Sesobaholela imali enalo 8%. We should from September, October, November, uyaqhubeka kuyale isinobani isino 8%, unless we are told otherwise ukuthi lo 8% mhlawumbe sebedecide ukwehlisa mhlawumbe maybe ukuthi bayehlisa, but nje we are only told ukuthi izo increase ngo 8%, right? Kusho ukuthi increase ngo 8% uyakhuphuka kuyale increase kanye increase ngo 8% for the whole accounting period. Kusho ukuthi sizokwenza njani ke in this case? Kuzoba 20,000 law before increase times 108 divided by 100. Then uzothola ukuthi ngoSeptember sobakhokhela malini. Why so times 108 or is divided by 100? Muthanda ubuzothini? Ubuzothi 20,000 times 8% uthola ukuthi izo increase ngamalini oku 1,600 bese lo 1,600 u-add kulo 20,000 kusho ukuthi ama salaries angoSeptember sokhokha malini ke? Kusho ukuthi sokhokha u20,000 plus lo 1,600 we-increment okubani oku21, kusho ukuthi kuzoba ubani kuzoba u21,600, right? Muthanda buzothi 20,000 times 108 divided by 100, then you'll get 21,600, right? I hope you understand again, right? Then sibe ne-info ngo-October ubheka ngo-October ikhona information ethi ama-salaries ashintshile ngo-October, ayikho in this case, right? Kusho ukuthi nangawo October sobakhokhela malini, sobakhokhela wona lo ya 21,600, but ngo-November sekuyaqala ke kuba noshintsho. Isithini ke information? The business currently has 3 employees earning the same monthly salary. Kusho ukuthi la from September to October sinama employees awungaki, sinama employees amathathu. They earn the same monthly salary. Kusho ukuthi ahola umholo wodwa ofanayo obathathu, right? Sesingacalculator ukuthi umuntu eyedwa simkhokhela malini. Mubheka la kuma salaries and wages, imali esiyikhokhayo sikhokhela labantu abathathu sikhokha 21,600 ngenyanga. Kusho ukuthi umuntu eyedwa ngenyanga simkhokhela malini? Then you divide by 3, it will be 21,600 divided by 3 kuzoba malini? Kuzoba 7,200, right? Umuntu eyedwa. Then sekuthiwaningi from the 1st of November 2020, an employee who will earn the same monthly salary, will be employed. Kusho ukuthi ngo-November we expect ukuthi we are budgeting or we expect ukuthi sibe nomuntu ozosijoyina kule company yethu, noma we are expecting ukuthi siqashe omunye u-employee, siqashe omunye umsebenzi ukuthi azosebenzela. And lo msebenzi omusha ke esizomqasha naye uzohola umholo ofanayo nalaba abanye. Kusho ukuthini ke? Kusho ukuthi i-expense yethu ama-salaries and wages isizokhuphuka manje. Izokhuphuka ngamalini? Izokhuphuka ngalo mholo wodwa osu-edeka manje. For uNovember kusho ukuthi umholo ngeke usafana naleyo wezinye inyanga. Umholo esi-expect ukuwukhokha ngeke usafana nalawo wezinye inyanga. Why? Because sekunalo umsebenzi oyedwa manje sesim-edile la kulaba abathathu. Lo msebenzi esim-edile ke somholela malini? Kuthiwa naye uzohola umholo ofanayo nalabo abanye. Kusho ukuthi laba abanye bahola malini umuntu eyedwa? 7,200. Kusho ukuthi ke manje sesizo-eda omunye 7,200 kulo mholo walaba abathathu oku 21,600. Sesi-eda umholo walo omunye oku 7,200. Sekuzoba malini kumholo esizoyikhokha ngoNovember? Expect ukuthi uzoyikhokha ngoNovember sekuzoba ubani? U28,700. It's just the summation of 21,600 and 7,200. Kusho ukuthi siede u7,200 ku21,600. Why? Because lo soqasha omunye umsebenzi we expect ukuthi siqashe omunye umsebenzi nini ngoNovember hola umholo ofanayo nalaba abanye. I hope ukuthi ni understand. Right? Then siqhubeke siye ku information number 5. Information number 5 uthini ke? Uthi the monthly rental was increased by 800 on the 1st of October 2020. Laphayana ke ngizocela ukuthi nishintshe kungabi October 2020 kube October 2019. So isizothini-ke leya nto leyana? The monthly rental was increased by 800 on the 1st of October 2019. So it won't be 2020 anymore. Kube nephutha lapha, it will be, it's supposed to be 2019, not 2020. Right. The business intends to increase the tenant's rent by 1,000 from October 2020. Right. Muya lapha kwimali elokhunja kwimali ye-rent. Sinemali rent income. It's how much? It's 56,800. Loya 56,800 imali rent income ingena ngophi? Ingena kuma other income, right? Nantsake lapha. Imali ekhokhwe yi-tenant for how many months? For 12 months, right? Then leya mali leyana ku 56,800 eyenyanga ezo-12, right? Sekuthiwa ya-increase nini? It increased by 800 from the 1st of October 2019. Then you'll remember ukuthi ngithe accounting period date iqala nini? Nge-1st September 2019, iphele nini? Nge-31st of August 2020. Then i-increase nini-ke ilokhunja i-rent ya-increase ngo-October 2019, ya-increase ngo-800. So labo 800 bangaki-ke? Kusho ukuthi fanele siqale sisuse ini kwimali ye-rent, before we divide by 12 ukuze sithole ukuthi inyanga iyodwa malini, fanele siqale sisuse le increment eqala ngoba inyanga asalingani. I-increment siyi-receive for how many months? So it will be 800 times lezi inyanga siyi-receive lo 804. Kusho ukuthi uqala ku-October to August, inyanga yokugcina ye-accounting period, it's how many months? It's 11 months. So it will be 800 times 11. Then you'll get how much? You'll get 8,800. I'm not so sure whether I'll be able to do these calculations here, but I'll try. Let me try. We've got our accounting period that starts on the 1st of September 2019 and ends on the 31st of August 2020. Then the rent income was increased by 800 on October. So it's October 2019, right? It's October 2019. So this increment of 800, we've been receiving it from October until the last day of the accounting period, of which is the 31st of August, right? Then we've been receiving this 800 for how many months? For 11 months, right? Then how much we have been receiving for 11 months? Finally, let's calculate that is increment. Labo 800 is by receive for how many months? It's by receive for 11 months, right? Then abani abe increment. Kusho ukuthi malini imali increment? I just calculate it. In this case, calculate imali increment yodwa nje eceleni. So malini, it will be 8,800. Then lo 8,800 sesiyomenza njani-ke? Sesiyomsubtracta lapha kwimali rent ewubani 56,800. So it will be 56,800 minus imali increment. Why ke so minus imali increment? It is because sifuna ukuthola ukuthi before i-rent increase kade khokhwa malini esireceive before increment, right? So it will be 56,800 less 8,800. Then we'll have how much? 48,000. We should do 48,000 before increment. Usungathola ukuthi ngenyanga before increase 100 kade kumalini. Then you divide that by 12. Then you'll get how much? You'll get 4,000. We should before increase kade tenant ikhokha how much? 4,000. kusho ukuthi ngoSeptember 2019 binga increase angithi kusho ukuthi i-tenant kade khokho 4,000 then yasisiya increase ngo-October 2019 ya increase ngo-800 kusho ukuthi i-tenant kade sikhokha malini u-4,800 right lo 4,800 ikhokhe for how many months for 11 months from here up to here thina we are budgeting for September 2020 it's September 2020, October 2020, November 2020, of which are the first 3 months of the next accounting period, right? Then let us go back to our income statement now. All right. Before we look at our income statement, let us look at the information. What does it say? It says that the business intends to increase the tenant's rent by 1,000 from October. So the tenant is the rent is expected to increase from October, meaning ngo-September sisazo-receive imali efanayo nale besiyi-receive ngo-August. Izoqala ukushintsha nini? Izoqala ukushintsha ngo-October, right? Kusho ukuthi izoba umalini-ke yango-September? Izoba yiwo lo bani lo 4,400 on. Remember ukuthi u-4,000 it's before increase, but esi-receive ngo-August ile ne-increase, right? Hence yaqala uku-increase ngo-October 2019 kusho ukuthi ngo-August i-tenant yakhokha malini 4,800 plus le increment kabani ka-800, right? Kusho ukuthini-ke? Kusho ukuthi ngo-September because bingaka increase iqala uku-increase, we expect it ukuthi increase nini ukuthi increase ngo-October. Kusho ukuthi malini esi-expect from our tenant it's 4,800, right? So this 4,800 must be recorded nini September, right? Then sekuthiwa we expect information of which is information number 5, ET. The business intends to increase the tenant's rent by 1,000 from October. Kusho ukuthi we expect ukuthi si increase ngo-1,000 kusukela ngo-October, right? Kusho ukuthi sekuzoba malini from this 4,800, then we add 1,000, it will be how much? 5,800, right? Nango November ke it will be how much? Izo increase go October, kusho ukuthi nango November izoba umalini? Izoba u5,800. Miss Eta kulo ya 4,800. I hope you guys understand. Let me remove this. All right. Moving on now, we can calculate the total amount of other income or other operating income for September, October, and also November. So it's just the summation of the commission income and the rent income. We should see either in a commission income and rent income. So it will be 1,400 plus 4,800 for September. Okuzosinika malini? Okuzosinika u6,800 for October. It's 1,400 plus 5,800 for both October and November. Kuzosinikeza u7,200. Then we can calculate manje gross income or gross operating income. It's just the summation of gross profit, nobani, no other income. For September, we should see 49,500 plus 6,200, sizothola 55,700, right? Then for October, it's 51,000 plus 7,200, uzothola malini? Uzothola 58,200. Then for November, 52,500 plus 7,200, uzothola how much? 59,700, right? Then moving on to information number 6. Information number 6 says the Green Tree Stores currently pays an interest in their loan at a rate of 8% per annum. So the word per annum, per annum it for 12 months. Per annum for 12 months, right? Kushukuthi loya 8% is paid for 8 months, for 12 months, sorry, for 12 months. Kushukuthi uma sewukuthi thina sesifuna i-interest yenyanga eyodwa, so bese times ngo 1/12. Ibambeke leyo, right? Then the capital portion of the loan remain unchanged during the previous financial year. Kusho ukuthi i-capital portion azange size siyishintshe, it remained unchanged. Now the interest expense, mubheka lapha on page 96, interest on loan iwumalini, 19,200, right? That is our interest on loan. Leya interest on loan, i-interest yenyanga ezongaki, interest yenyanga ezo-12. Ukuze uthole i-interest yenyanga eyodwa usuzokwenza njani? Usuzothi 19,200 divided by bani? Divide by 12, then you'll get how much? 1,600. Okuyi-interest yani yenyanga i-1, right? Kusho ukuthi-ke mubheka laphaya ushintsho luqala nini? Luqala ngo-November, because bathini, the business plans to increase the loan by 60,000 on the 1st of November 2020. Kusho ukuthi interest esoyikhokha ngo-September iyafana ne-interest esoyikhokha nini on the last month of the accounting period. Kusho ukuthi iyafana ne-interest yanini esoyikhokha nini nge-31st of August 2020. Now, malini ke soyikhokha ngo-August 2020, it's 1,600. Simthole kanjani lo 1,600? It's 19,200 divided by 12. Ukuze uthole ukuthi ngenyanga kade sikhokha malini, i-interest kamalini. Kade sikhokha i-interest of how much? Of 1,600. Then ngoSeptember lokho kushintsho lenzeka lile. Kusho ukuthi we expect ukuthi sikhokhe malini for i-interest on loan. We expect ukuthi sikhokhe 1,600. I-interest on loan ke siyifaka kuma bracket, hence say minus. Right? Then now September lokho ushintsho lenzeka lile, kusho ukuthi we are still expecting ukuthi sikhokhe how much? 1,600. Ushintsho ke lenzeka lenini? Lwenzeke ngoNovember. La sekuthiwani khona? Sekuthiwa the business plans to increase this loan by 60,000 on the 1st of November 2020. Kusho ukuthini ke? Kusho ukuthi kule mali ye-loan esiyithathile, we are expecting ukuthi si-add how much? Ukuthi si-add u-60,000 kuyo. Still siqhubeke sikhokhe how many percent? U-8% per annum. Thina sifuna ke i-interest esoyikhokha nini? Esoyikhokha ngoNovember. Kusho ukuthi fanele siqale siyo-calculate ukuthi sasithathe malini njengoba sakhokha i-interest yonyaka ewu-19,200. Kwakuyimalini le esasiyithathile ye-loan, right? So kwenze njani ke? Let us do the calculations. So, since interest asiyazi imali ye-loan esasiyithathile, right? It's loan amount. Let me write loan amount. If I write X, you'll be confused. Hence, some of us hate X's. Did not hate the subject of X's, they hate X's. All right, so it's the amount of loan times the interest rate of 8% per annum. Then we got that 19,200, right? So to get now this amount of loan, sesizokwenza njani ke? Sesizothi 19,200 sesenze inverse, opposite yale nto ebesiyenze la. It's either you can say divide by 8% per annum, right? Divide by 8% per annum. Then we got 19,200 divided by 12. Ukuze uthole ukuthi ngenyanga kade sikhokhe malini? 1,600. 8/100 noma uthi 19,200 uzothola imali loan ukuthi malini le loan esasiyithathile 19,200 times 100/8 kusho ukuthi sesenze njani sesiphambanisile manje sathatha lokho obekuyi ibase obu100 sakubeka phezulu lokho bekungaphezulu sakubeka ngaphansi right then uzobusuthola ke imali loan ukuthi malini le loan ebesiyibolekile uzobusuthola bani u240,000 imali loan ke lena ke besiyithathile then we decided to add sa-add malini sa-add u60,000 ngoNovember kusho ukuthi malini ke imali loan isiyonke ke ngoNovember kusho ukuthi kuzoba malini kuzoba u300,000 right thina kasikho interested kwimali loan yangoNovember si interested kwini kwi-interest esizoyikhokha ngoNovember sisakhokha yona 8% per annum kusho ukuthi sothini ke kulo 300,000 so times ukuze sithole interest esizoyikhokha ngoNovember times 8/100 times 1/12 why manje sesizofaka lo 1/12 it because lo 8% lo 8/100 oku 8% imali yani imali it per annum i-interest yani i-interest yenyanga eziwu12 so ukuze sithole i-interest enyanga eyodwa sesizokwenza njani seso times ngo1/12 then you'll get how much you'll get u2000 lo 2000 ke iyona interest yanini yangoNovember 2000 ngiyathemba ukuthi siya understand sonke la then we'll have interest of 2000 now lama calculations njoba ngiwenza kanje ngiwenza kwi projected income statement kanjalo na kwi cash budget because i-cash budget siyenza for inyanga nenyanga for ama budgeted months kubanthiwa besokwenza i-cash budget bebezothi senzele ama budgeted months or months of collections okubani or projected months okubani okuSeptember October November kusho ukuthi ama calculations bezofana hence kunama ama-items amanye from the income statement ayafana nama-items esiwafaka kuphi esiwafaka kwi-cash budget ama-items nje akuhlukayo yini i-depreciation hence i-depreciation asiyifaki kuphi kwi-cash budget why singayifaki i-depreciation kwi-cash budget it is because i-non-cash item and ama-non-cash items awangeni kwi-cash budget right siqhubeke siye ku-information number 7 ku-information number 7 uthi the business plans to dispose of unused equipment at a book value by the end of September 2020 right kusho ukuthini kusho ukuthi ngoSeptember 2020 ibhizinisi liplan ukuthi lidayise lidayise i-asset at its book value right malidayise i-asset kwenzekalani ke ku-depreciation expense i-depreciation izokuncipha right because now leli asset mesizidayisa i-depreciation somehow izo reduceka because ngesayibala i-depreciation yaleli asset esesilidayisile solidayisa nje lihambe then i-depreciation yalo ngesalibala kuphi ngesalibala kulama ngesayi-add kulama assets azobe kule depreciation yalama assets azobe sel right so now sebethini this will decrease the depreciation on equipment by 200 per month from the 1st of October. Kusho ukuthi kuzodi lokho ke kuzoresultela to what to a decrease in depreciation expense. I-depreciation expense, i-depreciation ke izo decrease by 200 and bayasitshela ukuthi by 200 qala nini? Qala kusukela ngo-October. Now before kwenzeke yonke ke lento i-depreciation yethu kade kumalini ku46,600 lo 46,600 owenyanga ezongaki owenyanga ezo12 kusho ukuthi for depreciation for inyanga eyodwa depreciation for inyanga eyodwa it's how much it's 4,050 right before easy decrease nje ngo-200 it 4,050. Then izoqala ukudecrease nini, izoqala ukudecrease ngo-October. Kusho ukuthi ngoSeptember iseseyiyo lo bani, iseseyiwo lo 4,050. Then mase sidecrease ke decrease ngo-200, then sekuzoba malini u-3,850. Then nango-November will still be 3,850. Hence, we are told ukuthi, note that no assets were bought or sold during the financial year ended on the 1st, and November still we are expecting ukuthi singathenga asset elisha, and also we are budgeting ukuthi singadayisi asset elisha, right? Then information number 8, the sundry expenses are estimated at 10,000 in September and thereafter to increase by 2% per month. Kusho ukuthini-ke lapho? Kusho ukuthi sundry expense uzoba u-10,000 ngoSeptember, si-expect ukuthi ube u-10,000, si-budget ukuthi ube u-10,000 ngoSeptember. Leyo-ke ilula-ke siyawufaka nje u-10,000. Then sekuthiwa-ke sekuthiwa izo-increase, then thereafter kusho ukuthi kusukela lapho-ke kusho ukuthi ngenyanga elandelayo izobe siqala isi-increase ngobani? Ngo-2% per month. Kusho ukuthi inyanga nenyanga izo-increase ngobani? Ngo-2%. Kusho ukuthi imali ukuze uthole imali yango-October uzothini? 10,000 times 102 divide by bani? Divide by 100 uzobe usuthola bani? 10,200. Muthanda buzothi 10,000 times 2%, then buzo calculate 2% ka 10,000, then buzothola bani? Ubuzothola u-200, then lo 200 bese u-add kubani? Bese u-add ku 10,000, then uthole bani? Uthole u-10,200. Now they said sundry expense izo-increase by 2% per month. Kusho ukuthini? Kusho ukuthi nango-November futhi izo-increase ngobani? Ngo-2%. Kusho ukuthi now sesithatha i-expense yango-October sesiyi-increasisa ngobani? Ngo-2%. It will be 10,200 times 2%. Usu-calculate 2% ka-10,200, you'll get 204. Bese u-add kubani? Ku-10,200. Then uthole the final figure. Omunye bezothi 10,200 times 102 divide by bani? Divide by 100. Athole imali yanini? Yango-November okubani? Oku-10,400 and bani? 404. Right? Then sekuphelile-ke nge-information. Kusho ukuthi amanye ama-expenses they remain unchanged, right? Kusho ukuthi azoba njalo nje. Ngeke azashintshe because we are not giving any additional information regarding them. Naya-ke expenses nayo ewu-bad debts. I-expense ewu-bad debts, then usuyobheka-ke amali ama-bad debts ukuthi malini? It's 20,000. Leya 20,000 owenyanga ezongaki? Ezo-12. Then you divide by 12 ukuze uthole inyanga eyodwa ukuthi kusho ukuthi i-bad debts kuzoba malini. Now le ama-bad debts, sorry. Le ama-bad debts nansi information yayo lapha ya information number 2, right? Where they say 5% irrecoverable and is written off 2 months after the transaction month. Lapho-ke kade kumele sicalculate ini? Kade kumele sicalculate imali yani yama-bad debts. Now, so i-calculate kanjani-ke imali yama-bad debts? Sesiya kwi-calculation of the amount of bad debts. Right, the amount of bad debts with regards to the bad debts. Now we are given information number 2. From information number 2, we are told that 5% of monies are irrecoverable and is written off 2 months after the month of transaction. Right. Let us go back a little bit to our debtors collection schedule. Right. So if they say 2 months after the month of transaction, we are writing off 5%. Kusho ukuthini-ke lokho? Kusho ukuthi emva kwenyanga, after 2 months of transaction, we are expecting ukuthi si-write u-5% of, kusho ukuthi imali yama-bad debts imali esizoyirekhoda as ama-bad debts yilo 5% waleya nyanga leya ekade kuthengwe ngayo, right? So it won't, for September, it won't be u-5% wama-credit sales ango-September, no. If usuka la ku-July, July is the month of transaction, right? Then they are saying we write off 5% 2 months after the transaction. Then 2 months after the transaction, it will be, if usuka July, it will be September. Write off nini for September. Right? I hope you guys understand. I'm not so sure whether you do understand this thing of 2 months of transaction. Kushuguti ubet that 5% wama credit sales ango July. So write off noma, so record 5% wawo as bad debts nini for September. Right? Kushuguti so calculate 5% wa 83,300. Then we'll get how much? If you say 83,300 times 5%, you will get 4,100 and 4,165. There are 4,165 will be recorded there as amount of what? Of bad debts. Then you go back, it's August, then the following month is August. If they say we write off bad debt 2 months after the transaction, kushuguti will write off 5% wango August nini ngo October, right? If they say 2 months, kushuguti sisuka the month of transaction. The month of transaction is the first month. The month following the month of transaction is the second month. Then the month after kuzoba ubani, kuzoba October. Kushukuthi it August, it will be the credit sales for August, of which is 88,900 times 5%. Then that 5% will be recorded as bad debts for October. So it will be 88,900 times 5/100 or 5%. Then we'll get how much? 4,445 friends. There is our 4,445. Then for monies that will be recorded under bad debt for November, we'll take credit sales for September, which amounts to 92,400. Then it times by 5%, it's 4,620. That 4,620 will be recorded as bad debts for November. Sorry. For November. Then you add all the expenses for September, for October, for November, then you get the final figures, you put them in brackets, hence we subtract them. Then you say gross income or gross operating income less the operating expenses, then you'll get the net profit for the month of September, the month of October, the month of November. Then that's it with the projected income statement, right? So we'll have to do the cash budget, right? I've given you guys a homework to do, of which is September 2020. The question paper, it's September 2020. question 2, which is cash budget. I said you must do 2.1, 2.2, as well as 2.3. Yes. Yes. So it's 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and also 2.5. So you answer those questions as homework. Then our next class will be on Saturday, where we'll mark and see the possible solutions. Thank you.